Welcome, Ramley. How my Rams superfans doing today? The Rams just beat the Minnesota Vikings 30-23. Let's get right into it. All right, now this was a great win for us. We are now in sole possession of first place in the NFC West. As good as the Cardinals started off this year, it seems they have ran out of gas. And we're heating up at the right time. This was far from a perfect game. Let's talk about Matthew Stafford's performance. Now, Matthew Stafford went 21 for 37, fell just short of 200 yards. He passed for 1 touchdown and a whopping 3 interceptions. He also finished with a passer rating of 46.8. This was just not a good showing from Matthew Stafford. He was once again, it was one of his bad games where he just couldn't put the ball on target. He was missing Odell Beckham all up and down the field, passing it too short, too low, too high, too wide. It just was not good. And I'm not even mad about the 3 interceptions. That first interception was horrible. It reminded me of that interception earlier on in the year against Tennessee, where he's in his own end zone, he panics, he evades the rush, and then just throws the ball right to the defender. There's no excuse for that. His second interception was a deep pass to Van Jefferson. He tried to hit Van Jefferson on the same pass he hit Van Jefferson with last week on that really deep, skinny post route. Van Jefferson had his safety and the corner both beat, and it was the right read by Matthew Stafford. He just completely underthrew the ball, which again is just him not putting the ball on target. Then the third interception was just a tip pass. The tip pass is going to happen. There's really nothing you can do about a tip pass. A ball gets batted at the line of scrimmage, the ball goes in the air, and somebody catches it. You know, it is what it is. I'm not really tripping on how many interceptions he had. What bothers me more is just when he has open players, he just doesn't hit them in stride. He doesn't put it right on the numbers. And every once in a while, you get a game like this from Matthew Stafford. And I'm just coming to the realization that this is something we have to accept. We have to accept that he's going to have stretches of 2 to 3 games where he looks like an MVP caliber player. And then he's going to have a game like today where he's just not on point. Hopefully we get a 3-game stretch in the postseason where he looks like an MVP player, and it happens at the perfect time, wild card weekend, to go from the wild card to the division round to the NFC Championship, and hopefully, just hopefully, we pull it out in the Super Bowl, because it just seems like Matthew Stafford is a streaky player, and when he's on fire, and when he's off. Luckily, this team was good enough to get the W anyway against a team that is really good. This Viking team is a lot better than what their record indicates. I want to say every single loss that they had this season was by 1 possession. Their record could be completely different. Now let's talk that running game. Sony Michel once again looked amazing. He finished with 131 yards on 4.9 yards per carry and a touchdown. Every time he touched the ball, it was great. Sean McVay did an amazing job of feeding him, especially in that second half when it was clear that Stafford is just going to struggle. This is not Stafford's day. And I thought Sean McVay did an amazing job of realizing that and changing the game plan and riding the hot hand with Sony Michel. He finished the game with 27 carries to Darrell Henderson's 1. Darrell Henderson only got 1 carry because on that 1 carry, which he did break for 17 yards, he ended up hurting himself and exiting the game. Hopefully he's healthy and can bounce back in the up and coming weeks. But it was clear. It's clear as day that Sony Michel is the guy moving forward. It's really not up for debate at this point. As far as the passing game goes, Cooper Kupp, another amazing day. 10 catches for 109 yards. He's very close, guys, to these records. Very close. We're going to touch on that at the end of this video, so please do not go anywhere. Tyler Higbee had a pretty good game. Odell Beckham had a pretty good game for what it was. He did find the end zone again. Matthew Stafford missed him on several plays again. He missed Van Jefferson on quite a few as well. At the end of the day, Matthew Stafford only had 197 yards passing, and Cooper Kupp had 109 of those yards. So really, the air game was pretty much the Cooper Kupp show. You know, we won this game on the ground. Sony Michel was the reason we won this game. We leaned on him heavy, and he definitely came through clutch for us. Defensively, I thought we looked phenomenal. I know you look at the scoreboard, we gave up 23 points. 10 of those points were literally given to the offense due to Matthew Stafford's interceptions in his own end zone. He didn't throw any pick sixes, but he was very close to throwing 2 of them. Both of those interceptions allowed Minnesota to start drives within their own 10-yard line, I believe. At the end of the day, our defense only gave up 23 points, and if you take those 10 points away that were gifted to the offense, our defense only gave up 13 points. They looked great. They completely shut down the running game again. This is like the 4th week in a row where the Rams' rushing defense looked phenomenal. Alexander Mattison was only held to 41 yards. The team as a total only finished with 66 yards on the ground on 3 yards per carry. Justin Jefferson ended with a pretty nice stat line. I was actually surprised when I seen it. He had 8 catches for 116 yards. It seemed like Jalen Ramsey had him locked up all game. But, you know, towards the end of the game, he started to move around the field a little bit, and he got some favorable matchups when Jalen Ramsey was not guarding him. Jalen Ramsey is still a shutdown corner. He's still the best corner in the NFL. It amazes me that the Rams had the best cornerback and the best defensive tackle in the NFL on the same team. Speaking of the best defensive tackle, Aaron Donald had another day. Amazing. He finished with 1 sack, 5 solo tackles, and 3 tackles for a loss. This man was completely dominant in the running game. Something about Aaron Donald this year, he's having the best season in his career when it comes to stopping the run. This man is really putting forth 110% when the running back has the ball in his hands, and it's showing. This defense as a whole played really good. I thought Ernest Jones played phenomenal before he got hurt. I hope and pray it's not a big injury because he's really coming along this season. He started off slow, as you know, most rookies do, but he's really come on these last couple of games, and he seems to be getting better and better every single week. We could definitely use him for this late playoff push. But in his absence, I have to admit, as critical as I have been of Troy Reeder, he played great. He played phenomenal. He made play after play today. Hopefully that continues. Now guys, let's not continue any more this video without talking about our special teams and kick returner, punt returner, Brandon Powell. Thank you. Thank you. Finally, we finally got a kick returner and a punt returner. Man, oh man, it felt great. That was the highlight of the night, to see Brandon Powell return a 61-yard punt return for a touchdown. That was amazing to see. Man is good. Hopefully he can just get it down packed to know when to fair catch the ball and when not to fair catch the ball. When to catch the ball, when to let it bounce. Once he gets that under control, he will be our punt and kick returner for a very long time. And once again, guys, Matt Gay, another perfect day. 3 for 3 for field goals and 3 for 3 on extra points. He's going to the Pro Bowl for a reason. I'm very excited to see him there. Now, like I said earlier, we are on record watch. Kupp already has the Rams single season reception record, and he's now 47 yards away from being the Rams single season receiving yard leader. He's also 18 receptions away from breaking the single season reception record set by Michael Thomas in 2019, which means he only needs 9 catches in the next 2 games to break that record. And on top of that, he's only 231 yards away from breaking Calvin Johnson's single season receiving yards record set in 2012. He would need 115.5 yards in each of the next 2 games to break that record. Looking at his averages, these are very possible. If I was a betting man, I would bet that Cooper Kupp breaks both of these records. I am extremely excited for the weeks ahead. The Rams do take on the Baltimore Ravens this up and coming week. Please be on the lookout for my preview video for that matchup. Thank you for watching, and if you're interested in more Rams content, click this video right here.